Morning everyone. Today is 19th February and it's time around 3:52 a.m. So this is almost 4 a.m. Today I wake up a little early, so to get my lots of things finished early, I will try to finish early today to do some accommodate some other tasks today. So okay, let's focus on work now. Okay, thank you. So I have just created one repository on GitHub. That is what I'm doing exactly. Can I show you? Yes, please show me. So let me show you the GitHub here, the new repository created for this task. And I will go here and I will say that daily coding. Yeah, so daily coding is there. And I just created new files here inside the daily coding, and that is the daily coding C#. This is the solution. And here is almost like these all are like default values, default workspace and files. So let's start building this repository for C# coding or .NET coding especially, and to learn C# and .NET from the practice, right? So that is what my intention is, and I'm expecting daily I will update this repository as per my knowledge, and those people who are viewing these contents or interested in viewing or getting along with this journey, they can fork this repository for their understanding, for their practice with their timeline. No need to follow my timeline because my timeline is a little stricter due to my own lifestyle. Okay, but as per your convenience, you follow it. But everything you will find, whatever I'm working, whatever I will work in future, all these things you will find in this repository. Okay, so as I said, repository is just for to get the view of code and what kind of improvement I'm doing day by day. All right, thank you, and let's go back to now coding phase. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to understand the difference between container with capacity defined and a container whose capacity is not defined. So let's say I have a int size is equal to 10,000 maybe. Okay, so and then maybe I can see that constant, that's also okay. Now what I'm seeing here is that let me create one list, and I will say int list int, and I will say list and new list int, and I will not assign any capacity here by default. Okay, so what I did here is just created one list of default value, no capacity initialized. And now what I'm trying to say that just I'm trying to add for int I is equal to 0, I is less than 10,000, or maybe you can take size. Okay, I plus plus, and I will add like li dot add, and I will pass here. So I will pass here, push the tab. Okay, so this is the thing I'm doing here. And then one more thing is like stopwatch. Just use this stopwatch and say sw is equal to new stopwatch, right? So I created this, then I have just start. So this I will starting it, and then I'll say stop. Okay, so I will stop in this. So what I did here is I just started my stopwatch here before the addition of item done inside the list, and then stopping after that. So this is the basically a time exactly your method is using, right? So what you do here is just put the time, the tick required to finish the task, tick required to finish this task. Okay, so I will try to add the value here. And what is my value? SW elapsed millisecond. No, stopwatch dot this one elapsed tick, and that's it. So just save it. Okay, now if you run it, probably you will see the value which is like not a big deal, but that this is just at 1226. Okay, one more thing is that instead of debug, try to run the release one, and so you see that this tick count is now a little lesser, 1010. Now what if I'm creating one more list, but in this time, so new li, you can say that new li, and I will pass it here the capacity, so size plus 5. Okay, so this is your capacity, new capacity, and just copy this and this. So I will arrange this one. SW instead of start you should say restart, because this is just a stopped earlier, that's it. And then instead of li, let's do new li and add it. So your size is this, and then this value is this, and okay. Now can I say that instead of doing this, add new li I is equal to I. And since you have a capacity, you can add and say elapsed time is, so this is before, so this is tick count, and this is like without capacity initialization, without capacity init, and with capacity init. Okay, so this is what you should do with capacity init. Now you run it, and please note that whatever the calculation I'm showing you, it is something like okay. So one more thing is, the problem here is I'm creating this list, and so what is the problem? So size of the name is index, parameter name must be non-negative and less than. Okay, so this is, I mean, this is not the code I'm expecting, and so I will just have to, and let's see this thing now. So I can see that even I'm trying on release, I can see that almost 4 times, right? Almost 4x time is needed if I don't initialize the capacity of this standard container, right? Generic container. So this is what you should learn in this, like how you can optimize your code in C#, okay, with .NET Framework. So this is one sample code we can understand. Okay, thank you. Let me explain you another improvement. So this improvement is like you should always use, or at least try to use, as many places as possible. Instead of class, you should use struct. So I mean to say that you should use struct instead of class if it is not actually required. So because the performance I'm seeing it in my release version of code is almost double, or in case of struct faster than, I mean 2x faster than class kind of code. So what exactly I want to simulate here, I have just created 2 class. One is vector class, where I have done nothing, it is just a class type vector, and I have assigned getter and setter inside this. Okay, then I have another class which is struct type, and the same code is there, right, for struct also. Now you go to the client code and just try to create 2 vector array. No, it's just an array, right? So you just want to create 2 array of object. In one you create this like 1 lakh, yeah, 1 lakh object, and just assign 5 and 10 to x and y. Similarly, you should do with a struct concept also. So you just create an array of a struct object and just do the needful like this. So almost the code are same, and their difference only in one case it is a class, and another case it is a struct. Now when I compare this time, I'm getting almost double performance. Please note that I'm using the release version, not a debug version. So there is no such gap of optimization is there also, right? So I would say let's go to the release, just change it, and then check the differences. So you will see that almost still there is difference, like here 10,000 with struct, and so look at these two, you will see that almost 2x time difference, right? So this kind of performance improvement you will get if you use struct instead of class. So this is the second optimization I'm suggesting here. Okay, thank you.